Casey the Black Feather Intuitive. Welcome to Demystify the Divine, weekly readings and tools to connect. And this is one of my favorite segments to do the last Wednesday of every month. It's Ruffle Your Feathers, badass monthly guidance for Phoenix-led transformation. And for those of you who aren't sure what your Phoenix personality is, click on the link below to take the quiz. It's completely free, and you'll find out whether you are a copper phoenix, an iron phoenix, a gold, a silver, a platinum phoenix, or a liquid diamond phoenix. And all of these phoenixes are personality types, and they help you to understand how you are dealing with change and transformation, the path that you're supposed to be on, and how you approach that transformation that comes into our lives every single day. So normally we connect with Keone on this one. Keone is away on vacation, so we wish him well. We hope he's having a wonderful time. And we're gonna dive into the cards. And as usual, I love this deck, so whenever I get a chance to use it, I'm gonna take advantage. And this is the Oracle of Visions by Ciro Marchetti. And I love this deck because, first of all, the imagery and the visions really tell an amazing story. They're super colorful, and they have no words on them. So it leaves, I want to say, more room for that intuition to pop in. So Copper Phoenixes, what do you need to know this month to, I want to say, stay primed and pumped and ready to go towards your goals? Ooh, we've got one of my favorite cards in the deck. So, Copper Phoenixes, you've got the sort of the Red Riding Hood and the wolf. And what I'm really drawn to today for you guys is the wolf. You need to be the wolf. You need to have your eyes wide open. You need to be observing from the background. Now, don't be a creepy stalker. It's not like you are, looking for your next prey. But what I do feel really strongly here for you guys is that there's a lot to observe. And I feel that Little Red Riding Hood here, what you're kind of observing is you're observing the fact that she doesn't think that anyone sees her. And she might not necessarily be as truthful and honest and full of integrity as you think. I feel especially for some of you in the workplace, you're going to see somebody with their mask removed. And this is, I keep hearing a long time in coming, that when you witness this, and if it's not work for you, but it's somewhere else in your life, take it for how it works. This is a general reading. But what I'm seeing is you're like, oh my God, how could I not have seen that before? This was hidden in plain sight. This person really has been wearing a mask, and that mask dropped, and now I see who they really are. This is not a message meant to be dun 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 for you coppers, but what I do feel is that it's important that you take off the rose-colored glasses. Sometimes when you approach life and you approach the shifts and the changes, you want to believe in the best in people. And it's not like you're easily duped necessarily, but you tend to not kind of pay that much attention. You kind of go on about your daily business, and you're friendly, but you're focused. And this is a month where I'm hearing you guys need to be a little more expansive in your observations, because there's something that you're missing if you've got your head buried in the sand, or if you're just too focused on your own things and your own stuff. It's important to pay attention to what is around you. Also, the one tree with the yellow, I feel like the leaves are kind of changing a little bit in this one tree. I am feeling that there is something for you guys that's coming to a close. You're looking for a resolution, seeking resolution. And I feel like it's time for you to embrace it. Stop pushing it off. Stop kicking the can down the road. Now is the time. It's happening. It's happening right before your eyes. So I want to say it doesn't matter if you want it to change or not. It's changing. And so it's about you really, I want to say, saying, okay, what do I need to know? What do I need to do to weather this particular change? The seasons are changing. The tide is turning. And if I don't accept that, I'm going to be left behind. I'm going to be the one left holding the bag. And you don't need to be. So let that go. Let that shit go, as they say. All right, now we've got our Iron Phoenix. And Iron Phoenix this month, I feel like I'm hearing the word trepidation. There's a lot of trepidation. I feel that you've got a lot of hesitancy around a decision that you're trying to make. And I want to say, let go of that trepidation. Understand that all you can do is the best that you can do. So, you know, if you've evaluated it 6 ways from Sunday and you keep coming up with the same thing and there's a big unknown on the other side of it, accept that that big unknown is supposed to be there. And it's supposed to be unknown until you suddenly know it. So release that trepidation. I'm hearing very clearly you're the only person who's putting that on you. No one else is putting the fear on you. You're receiving the fear, or you're choosing the fear. So release that fear, release that trepidation and move forward. Oh, I love it. And I feel very much that when you make this decision, because it is a time-sensitive decision, all will be revealed. Look at the light that's coming out of the hourglass. I feel that all will be revealed. But what's happening for you guys is it's like you're waiting to make the decision. You're hesitating on moving forward with that because you're waiting for something to be revealed. But the universe is saying it's not going to be revealed until you actually take the step ahead. You know, chicken or egg, what came first? You come first. You have to take that step. You have to make that move. Now, she's looking pretty serious. You know, she's kind of got a little bit of a scowl here. What I would say is turn that frown upside down. You know, the universe isn't out to get you. And yeah, you might not enjoy the way that it's presenting itself to you, but it's there for you. It's on your behalf. If you keep showing up with this energy and this image, you're going to affect the full experience. You know, that's going to be how you feel about the experience itself. So I feel like turn the frown upside down and understand that the truth will be revealed when it's supposed to be revealed. And it's all about you lightening up. Lighten up, let loose. Don't take everything so seriously. It's all going to work itself out. You've done your homework. You've already done the work required to, I want to say, lay a solid foundation. So just trust in that and enjoy the ride. Enjoy the adventure. Ooh, I like that. All right, our gold phoenixes, my heart on the sleeve phoenixes. Ooh, this is an interesting one. So you're getting the Matryoshka dolls, you're getting the masks, and it's kind of like we were just talking about that with the copper phoenixes running into somebody whose mask is revealed. Golds, what I'm feeling for you this month is you want to be trying on different things for size. I feel almost the energy of play acting. It's like playing dress up, or, you know, going backstage. I don't know if you guys have ever done, I'm a theater person. So, you know, whenever I go to a new place or fun place and it happens to have a good, you know, theater background or whatever, I love to take the tour of the theater and go and see their costume design and their set designs and things of that nature. It was one of the most fun experiences I had when I was visiting LA for the first time. And I feel like that for you guys, it's going in, you want to see life this month and see all of the experiences that present themselves to you as an opportunity to try on a different costume. Be a different person for a minute. Put yourself in another person's shoes. I don't feel like this means you're being inauthentic. I feel like what you're being invited to do right now is to stretch outside of what you know, because this is about not only understanding and having compassion for another person in a sympathetic way, as well as an empathetic way. But I feel like it's also about giving yourself the opportunity to see what else is possible for you. Many of you, I feel, are on the precipice of boredom, or on the precipice of getting caught in the hamster wheel of everything seems to be the same. And so where am I being challenged? Where am I feeling the most alive? This is an invitation for you guys to rise up out of that. And that feels really significant for you golds, because I feel like you're all being prepped right now for, I want to say, a larger expansion of your purpose, your personal missions. And I feel like you're also going to be communing with a lot of other gold phoenixes. You're going to run into a lot of people with similar approaches to life. You know, again, the heart on the sleeve, the big time service, the come on in, you know, everybody's welcome and come in for a great big hug. You're going to be meeting a lot more people like you, like-minded. And while I would say to you, that's great because it feels good to not be alone, it's also about you understanding how you can make yourself stand out. You know, it's the needle in a haystack of needles. How does that one needle stand out? So this is a time for you to try on some new things, because you might find out some different things about you. Ooh, get going. Get on that, gold phoenixes, get on that. All right, silver phoenixes. You guys are no bullshit. You don't like to pull any punches. It is what it is. And I feel like this month, I'm getting the vision of heart. Being more intentional about dropping into the heart space. Not saying you guys aren't heart-based, but you come at everything more from that mental energy first. You know, you try to solve the problem. You're thinkers. You think about a lot of different things, and you're bold in that. You don't like to wait. But I'm feeling like there's a message that's coming up and coming through really strongly about engaging the heart in some of your resolutions, is what I'm hearing. So let's see the card. Oh, interesting. So when we're looking at this card, we've got the, it's like the Vegas card, you know, the luck and the gambling and the taking risks. And take a look at her face. Does she look happy? No, she doesn't, because she's overindulging. She's caught up in her head. She's in the frenzy of it. That's what this feels like. She's in the frenzy of it. And you guys this month, I feel like you need to be, and I feel like that's why the heart message is coming through. Drop into the heart space. The heart space is not saying anything to you that indicates speed and the need to produce, and you've got to do this and you've got to do that and get on it. The heart is saying, let's sit in how this feels. Let's sit in this energy. Why am I being so frenetic? Why am I diving into this, this energy? What am I trying to distract myself from feeling? So we could call this, like, obviously it's luck, because there are so many different symbols here that involve luck, superstition, but also I'm feeling this energy of the distraction from that perspective of, what am I afraid to see about myself or to see about my life right now that's causing me to do things or to step into more addictive practices, or that frenzied energy that doesn't allow me to be still, to be present in my body, to be very aware of what is going on around me. I also feel like for you silvers this month, there's going to be some difficult family conversations or interactions, and luck is on your side if you choose one of them. So, like, you know, we've got the black cat, we've got the cards, the tarot cards, we've got the dice, the luck of the draw, we've got the four-leaf clover, you know, we have the 777. Choose one of those things to focus on, not all of those things. That's going to help you to separate the wheat from the chaff. And I feel like with this family dynamic or this family experience, if you're able to be grounded and present with this, you're going to be seen as the wise one. If you're not, everything that you have to say is going to be dismissed. And, you know, at the end of the day, not your circus, not your monkeys, but it never feels good. when you're dismissed outright, you know, because of your choices. It's because that's a judgment, right? But what you have to offer matters and makes a difference. So it's never about the message. It's always about the delivery. Where is your delivery? Where's your mindset at with that delivery? All right, we've got our Platinum Phoenixes, and let's see what we got for you guys, my visionaries. So this is a month where you're going to be taking your visions and putting them on paper. I feel a lot of tangibility. I feel a lot of manifestation, things coming into existence. But here's the thing, you're going to watch it coming into existence, and you're going to have the opportunity to tweak it as it's coming in. But if you're not paying attention, you're going to miss that opportunity. And I do feel like you're going to want to make some tweaks. When we look at this particular card, it stimulates the imagination, but you've got these two little figures that are sitting here looking into the sort of the glass globe. They're puppets, right? They're not connected to their sovereignty. So they're witnessing and watching, but what they're watching is that this horse that was seemingly stagnant, stuck, you know, we can see that it's on a pole. You know, it comes from the merry-go-round. Well, now it's breaking out. It's breaking out of the merry-go-round. It's breaking out of the glass shell. It's becoming its full version of itself. And these little, you know, sort of puppets who feel disconnected to any kind of feeling or emotion are watching that. And they have the opportunity to learn from you, to say, I can be more than what I've been up to this point. So I feel like for you guys, it's important to understand this month that all eyes are on you. And this is an opportunity for you to, I want to say, be seen and felt and heard and understood in ways that you often don't receive. You might receive it from a couple of people in your life, but not from a larger group. And so if there's ever been a time when you've had something that you wanted to say and you wanted people to listen, this is the time. But you got to be connected. These guys are still just accepting what's being handed to them. You as Platinum Phoenixes, that's a tough road to hoe. You don't like that because you see things in a different way than others see it. And that's the whole point. But you've also had a lifetime full of people dismissing you, you know, for various reasons. So you've kind of gotten used to that. This card is coming through to say, nope, now's the time to make those shifts and those changes. And it's not about approval and validation. It's more about, hey, you're finally paying attention. Let me give you what's coming up. Let me give you some really delicious tidbits on how you can prepare for these things that are actually happening, these changes that are occurring. So very exciting month for you guys. I can't wait to see how that turns out for you, Platinums. And finally, we have our Liquid Diamond Phoenixes. And let's see for you guys this month. I'm hearing the word careening. So I feel that there's going to be a lot of this like ebb and flow, the rock, but I'm not doing this, which is waves. I'm doing this from side to side. So it's going to be really important that you be grounded, that you be clear on where you're at right now in this moment. I feel a lot of influence coming from all different directions, and it's going to be up to you to be able to prioritize what is the most important thing for me to focus on right now. Yeah, a lot coming through psychically, energetically, as well as physically. The people that you're interacting with are going to require some things from you, but I feel a lot of it is kind of energetically. You're going to be receiving a lot of stuff. Oh, interesting. So this card has so many different meanings for me. What I'm picking up on today is she looks tired. She looks vulnerable. She's in the fetal position. She's trying to protect herself. And yes, she's looking up at, you know, this is what she's supposed to be doing but she's not feeling it. She's not feeling good about it. And I feel like she's not really being supported by whoever the coach is in the background, you know, that's telling her this is what you need to do. And I feel like for you guys this month, it's really giving yourself the space to get into that self-care. What is it that I actually really do need? And honoring that, not paying attention to the coach or, you know, whatever. If you need to rest, what you want to do is you want to be able to not come out of that vulnerable space, because I don't want to imply that vulnerability is bad. It's not. It's actually a superpower and it's a strength. But you want to get to a place of that vulnerability where you can be walking around and doing the things that you need to do while still being open-hearted, you know, to what is coming around and coming through you as well as coming at you at times. So self-care is really important this month, because this can easily turn into frozen, stuck, or victim mode. And it's saying, okay, take a rest. You don't have to push or drive yourself so much. You still have all the same skill sets. You still have the same goal. So just take a little bit of a time out. Stop being a perfectionist or stop pushing yourself to do things. Take the time that you need to take, because if you take too much time or you resist and you ignore, you end up in that position a lot longer than is actually good for you. And so I feel like there's some discernment here for you guys this month in terms of, all right, is it time for me now to pull up my bootstraps and get going? Have I nursed myself enough? Have I filled my love cup enough? Have I told enough people off today? Back off. You do you, let me do me. I'm hearing that is a strong message for a few of you too, is, you know, sometimes we have a lot of people in our lives who like to tell us, do this, 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 and this, or why are you doing it this way? And why blah, 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 blah. And just, you know, sort of bleeding their opinions. And just remember that that's all it is an opinion. And as my father likes to say, an opinion is like an asshole. Everybody's got one, and that's the value of it. So pay attention to that. You don't want to overstay in a situation where you feel vulnerable and victimized and paralyzed for too long. You just don't, because that's not what life is about. Life is about taking that next step forward and seeing what the adventure brings. All right, guys, that is our badass monthly guidance for Phoenix-led transformation. I hope you've enjoyed your feathers getting ruffled, and really take this information, whatever information resonates with you, take it to heart, apply it, have fun with it. That's the whole point of this, is we get a little bit of sass in this reading, because it's okay. It's okay. Life can be rough and tough, but it doesn't have to be. It's all in how we choose to approach it. I believe in you guys. You got this. For more like this, click on the link below to like, subscribe, and click the bell on the YouTube channel to get more content like this. And feel free to book a Phoenix 360 journey reading with me. Or if you're interested in your soul's purpose, book a Phoenix Journey Soul's Purpose reading. The links are in the description below. This gives you a lot of clarity and guidance around getting focused on what is your goal and your path moving forward. It's so much in an hour. It's kind of mind-blowing. You get a channeling, you get a card pull, you get meditation, you get reflection questions, you get a personalized affirmation. I mean, the whole gamut. So I'd love to help you out with that. Take care, guys. Have the most amazing week, and we will see you on the flip side. Transform well.